spend the day with me. That's Daddy. He took me to go to Walgreens because I needed to go get some Mucinex because I don't feel well. Then I played Balloons Tower Defense and I ate some mac and cheese. I got into my onesie. I watched some SpongeBob and ate a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. And then we're playing Mario Kart to end the night.
I hate people that work at the bank.
That was a lie. I love people that work at the bank. Please give me money. Bitch, you know the code to the safe.
Little is Milky's, proving I ate had water. Playtime, proving I ate. Time with Daddy, proving I had water. Playtime after cleaning, proving I ate. Rewards usually stuffies.
You make me feel like a fool, waiting for you. You make me feel like a fool.
차가운 새벽 공기에 난 몰래 눈을 뜨네 이 도시의 harmony 난 너무나 익숙해 내 어린 날들은 아득하고 빌딩과 차들만 가득해도 이젠 여기
So I thought I wanted to address this question. So the way I found out that I was was like a very long process, I think. It all started when I had seen this episode of like My Strange Addiction, I think it was, about a little and caregiver relationship. And mind you, this was like years ago. It always kind of just like stuck until like about a year and a half ago, I started learning more about it from TikTok. And this was while I was in a relationship with my ex, let's call them Alex. And while we were in that relationship, it kind of, weirdly enough, started with like DDLG. And if you don't know what that is, then it's Daddy Dom Little Girl. I don't support that anymore because it's kind of gross. But I would just like have very childlike tendencies, like wanting to suck on my thumb, having a high-pitched voice, wanting to be babied, stuff like that. Alright, change of scenery. So I also like really had an obsession with stuffed animals and just very like childlike things. So eventually I'm just like, yeah, this has nothing to do with sex. So I started looking more into it, and I had remembered that there was something called age regression, or little space. And I'm like, yeah, that kind of fits. So I talked to Alex about it, and like, yeah, sounds about right. So moral of the story, it really started out with just having very childlike tendencies and knowing that it wasn't just my personality. Now, a lot of people think that you have to have like trauma or mental health issues to regress or be a little, but that's not true at all. And that you have to be a certain age, also not true. You can just do it for fun. Sometimes I do it for fun as well. I mean, I also do it under stress and because of some of my mental health issues. But really just live your life, man. Like, don't let others tell you what you can and cannot do. Unless it's like murdering someone. That'd be kind of weird. Anyway, babes, I really hope that helped, and thanks for 1K.
Some of my favorite things from my baby wish list.
He's kinda quiet, but his body ain't. Spend the days dreaming and the nights awake, doing things we know we shouldn't do.
How old are you?
I have no idea.
110.
What?
In your head, they are crying. In your head, so
Challenge for age regressors. Show your favorite stuffy, your favorite toy, your favorite pacifier, and a comfort item.
About joining the Canada Club? We wear flannel shirts and eat poutine and tap maple trees for their delicious sap, and then sip our coffee and gaze at our snowy mountains as we smile about our free healthcare and lack of gun crime, eh? But you don't really have to join. Not worried about it.
No way, eh?
Things in my age regression journal cute edition.
Thank you so much right now. Just wipe out the tomato down. My friend just got down. Only boy came, now we're heading southbound. Now we ain't a pleasant Park Streets. Look at the map, go to the mark sheets. Take me to your Xbox to play Fortnite today. You can take me lucky warrior, but not blue play. Oh, you really look through. Can't jump with me. We can be pro Fortnite gamers.
This might be controversial, and not that we need more controversy in these trying times. But if you don't care about my stuffed animals, well, I don't care about you.
have a Discord group for the Little Space community and anyone interested in it. It is a safe space for everyone and is to help people in the community make friends. Discord link in the bio or comments if you would possibly like to join. And be kind.
Next thing I know, Sarah took me to the bathroom.
This is totally random, but age regression happens to everyone. You can Google it, it's true. It just comes in littler forms. You know how everyone was going back to their comfort Minecraft YouTube phase because of the pandemic?
I'm Molly, and I'm an age regressor. This wonderful person up here asked me the questions, do you need trauma to be an age regressor, and how can they get into Little Space for the first time? 1, you do not need trauma to be an age regressor. People can regress for any reason, whether it's for anxiety, depression, PTSD. It's a coping mechanism, and anyone can use it to help. It's just a nice calming thing to do, and although trauma typically is a variant of what causes someone to regress, it is not a requirement. 2, how can you get into Little Space for the first time? That's not the easiest question for me to answer because I was regressing involuntarily before I even knew what I was doing. But I can tell you this, if you want to try and get into Little Space for the first time, or just in general, you should try and think of things you used to really like as a child. And you should do those things now. So something you really liked when you were maybe 3 or 4, your favorite movie, your favorite toy, your favorite TV show. Just stuff like that. When I first started regressing voluntarily, I got out a stuffy that I hadn't seen since I was 4 or 5 years old, and I put on my childhood favorite movie, and that was really helpful. Just baby things in general are helpful, or children things, pacifiers, bottles, apple juice, that kind of thing. Baby talk, having someone take care of you. If you do struggle to get into Little Space, even if you're doing everything you can to actively regress, I wouldn't recommend trying to force it as it can be harmful. It is a really good coping mechanism, but it can also not always be the best thing, especially if it's forced. So I wouldn't recommend it if you're struggling a lot. But even if you can't regress, you can still always do childlike things to ease the anxiety, and you'd still be able to consider yourself a little. I hope this helped. I love you. Mwah. Stay safe. Take care. Drink water. Bye.
So I got a package today. Shake Shake. It's my melody themed and is fully deco encrusted. And has detachable charms. So soft. I'm so happy with it.
I'm addicted.
Let's discuss why you should regress, who can regress, and other things. Regression is an unintentional, involuntary state of being where you are thinking or acting like a child. Age dreaming, however, is one pretending or forcing regression. I tend to believe that this isn't safe, unless you're using regression as a coping mechanism. Please speak to a mental health professional before deciding to, though. If you think you'd like to start regressing, or using regression as a coping mechanism, make sure you explore why you want to do that. If it's because your childhood wasn't good, that might be helpful. If it's to get rid of stress, that might also help. However, if you're deciding to regress because you want a relationship dynamic like CGL, that isn't helpful, and can lead to a lot of long-form trauma. There's reasons why minors shouldn't have dynamics. I hope this helped you. Leave some questions in the comments down below. I'd love to help you answer. Now,
honestly, I don't really give a fuck.
My package is here. Let's open it together. Coloring books. Adult pacifiers.
this question asked more often than others. How do you tell your parents you age regress? Generally, I have one answer. Don't! I don't think you should. However, if you think your parents would accept you, there's tons, if not thousands of resources online, some of which I detailed in the link in my bio. You can send them a lot of the resources I have on there, and hopefully make them understand a little bit more. However, some details aren't important, like why you regress. If you think your parents wouldn't accept you, they don't really need to know. There's absolutely no reason why your parents would need to know. If it's for something like getting you gear, or allowing you to have gear, you don't need gear to regress. You might need gear to age dream, but there's no reason to tell your parents why you age dream. You don't have to tell your parents anything you don't think they'd be accepting of. I hope this helped. I hope you understand this. Now, let's talk about
days seem sometimes as if they'll never end. Sun takes its heels to taunt you, but after sunlit days, one thing stays the same. Rises the moon. I know you told your friend you're not okay, and tell me what's wrong and why you never said you felt that way. And guess you're trying to stay strong and fake a smile until I look away. But I've known you too long, it hurts to
Have you seen my dog Blue? She's looking for you too.
How did it ever get so wrong? Crying in the stall of a washroom floor. You niggas don't know where I'm from. Don't know how I got it, but I'm all alone.
Here's your goober meal, sir.
I'm supposed to get a toy with this? Thanks.
What people think I mean when I talk about my little space. Versus what I actually mean.
Let's do a puzzle together. Belle wants to help. Apple juice break. Last piece. All done.
Getting a new little space mystery box. Yes. I know what 𝓵𝓻𝓷𝓽 is, but it was cheap and I was excited.
Games I recommend playing on Roblox for when you're in little space. Feel free to comment more game ideas for Little Space.
Days seem sometimes as if they'll never end. Sun takes its heels to taunt you, but after sunlit days, one thing stays the same. Rises the moon. Days fade into a watercolor blur. Memories swim and haunt you, but look into the lake, shimmer.
Your hands under my pillow, so I sleep. And I'm dreaming of you, leaving roses on my feet. I'm obsessed with you in a way I can't believe. When you wipe your tears, do you wipe them just for me?